Hello, 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 everyone. DC is on, so I'm gonna plug you in. Hi, Ken.
There we go.
Hey,
There we
DC.
go. Hey, what's going on? What's happening?
Nothing much. Nothing much. All right, we're gonna just wait, I guess, a little bit more because I'm a little early, a few minutes early.
Ernest.
Ernest. Oh, sorry. All right.
Ernest in the building.
Yes.
No, I think you're on to something with this with these interviews though.
It seems like it. A lot of people are feeling very special in terms of me contacting them and saying that you'd be interested. And they're like, yeah, oh my God, thank you. So
It should brings attention to your page, and when you go live on Instagram, it really draws attention to your Instagram profile.
yeah, especially if you're consistent. So
Yeah, you got to go live often. I mean, I don't go live that often, but
uh-huh.
I would like to. I mean, well, I do mixes online, but sometimes it gets shut down, so that's why I don't do it as much. So I don't lose my page.
Oh yeah, they
That's the
do
reason
that.
why I don't. But if it's regular talking, I could do that. But when it comes to like the music stuff, when I do house, it doesn't do that much. But hip hop, forget about it. I'll be lucky if I get 15, 20 minutes. It depends on the
Well,
song too. Like sometimes you play a song and it's like it'll rock, and then sometimes you play a song 10 seconds, Instagram will shut you
flag
down.
it. Yeah,
Yep.
maybe you need to create a program, some type of show or something that you do, and have it be consistent, like once a week type of thing or twice a week. And
Well, with what I'm doing with this now, Friday or Saturday would be the ideal day, but we'll see. I mean, I was doing it when that COVID bullshit started. I was doing it Saturday and Sunday. I was going live for like
okay.
hours. I'll do like 3 hours, right? I'll do like one show, hip hop. Sometimes I got lucky and got all the way through, and then I do another show. I do house, and Peter's in the building, and GQ of those people.
Yes. Hello, guys. I have Brian Cesron. Hello,
Brian
hello.
Cerrone, that's my dog. I went to high school with
Oh,
him.
okay. Awesome, awesome. All right, so I believe we have enough people, more people than coming in. We're actually going to start. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Martine Mayas, and I'm hosting Instagram Lives Tuesdays and Thursdays and interviewing members of Rizzle app to come and speak about themselves. So this is why we're here today. Our guest for today is DC. Introduce yourself, DC.
What's good? What's good? You know who it is? Your boy DC.
So, DC, we're going to be asking you some questions. It's going to be about you, and we're going to be asking you about your DJ journey. So, first
Let's
and
do
foremost, your name for itself is pretty strong, and I think that's something that we probably could talk about. Defrizto Canton, right?
it.
Let's
Yeah,
talk about your name. What's the origin of your name?
it's a made up name technically.
Okay.
So what happened is that name is my uncle's name. His name is that name without the D in the front. So they added the D in the front, and that's how they came up with that shit. What were they thinking? Who the fuck knows? But I'm cool with it, you know. It's better than having a regular ass name like Dave or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
I hope they don't know no days watching, okay?
Hey, Dave done fucked up if you're watching, because you know what I'm saying? We talk like normal people here. We're not gonna. This is a lot. It's supposed to be Beauty Baby. That's Montreal Seahawks sister.
Yes, hi, Beauty Baby. So I always wanted to ask because I was like, oh, your name is kind of very, very different, and I was like, definitely, I had to ask that question. So
That's why
that,
I have people just call me DC on Rizzle, because at first when I got on there, I'm like, man, people are gonna butcher the fuck out of my name. I'm just gonna make it simple for them, and and I just use my first initial and my last name initial, and then keep it like that, and then it's stuck. And that's why I say
yeah,
I'm gonna just leave it like that. I mean, if you can
it's
say my name, good, fantastic. You can go ahead and say it, but I'm gonna just go by DC because it makes it simple for everybody to say it. Everybody knows, okay, boom, they know who that is, and it worked.
okay. I totally get it. And yes, I could say your name. I could say your name, but
She's here.
hi, Zionist Care. How you doing? So,
She
but
was great the other night.
most people are not able to possibly say it because it could be a tongue twister for some people, so that's
And
why.
it ain't that damn hard. They just don't care. They just be like, ugh. They add extra letters to the name, like the shit I done heard over the years, like how they try to pronounce your name. I'm like, where did that letter come from? Like they be adding all kinds of letters to my name, so I try to make it as easy as possible.
Wow. So, and now you're definitely a DJ. I wanted to know exactly, when did your DJ journey start? Like, how did your interest in becoming a DJ come about?
Well, I used to watch videos on YouTube, right? This is like 2003, around that time. I used to watch videos on YouTube. That's when YouTube was like popping back then, where it wasn't as extravagant as it is now. And I used to watch videos and all that. And plus, I had a homeboy who used to DJ too, right? So
Okay.
we used to watch videos and all that. And then, we're like, you know what? We're going to get some equipment and we're going to, try to get it popping. But I always had an interest in music because my dad used to be in a band and all that. A very famous compa band.
Which band is that?
Magnum Band. I don't know if you know them.
Really? Get out of here. Who's your dad?
Lucas Canton. I mean, he was in there like.
Oh, because I know a lot of them. I know Magnum Band. Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because that would have been my next question to you. But wow, that's interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's something that pretty much runs in the blood, like it's in the family, the whole music
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, he was with them for quite a bit, like maybe like 6-7 years.
Okay, that's nice. Magnum Band is run by Dadu Pasquet. He's
Yeah,
the one
and he
who.
used to be in Tabu Combo back in the day
Yes,
before he started
yes.
his own band.
Okay,
Yep,
for those of
that's
you who
that.
don't know, we're talking about Haitian bands. I'm Haitian, he's Haitian. So we just connected on another level where it's just remarkable because I didn't know. So we got more questions coming up compared to what I already have prepared. And this is awesome. More connection. This is great. So,
Good stuff.
so when it comes to music, right? You normally play like hip hop, the genre of music that you normally play. You play rap and stuff like that, but you play Caribbean music also. Do you also
Reggae,
produce music?
dancehall, all that. Yeah.
Okay. Have you participated in Florida? There used to be a big event that actually used to go down to Florida for it, Compa event. And it
Mm-hmm.
was every year. It was about like 10,000, 15,000 people, and a whole bunch of DJs would play back to back, and bands
Yeah.
would play. And I would go down to Florida every year for that. So I wanted to know, like, did you ever anticipate participating in something like that, or did you, how
I
did that
did
work?
I did mostly like private parties, right?
Okay,
Private
okay,
events, which you know, the misconception people think when you do like, you know, events like that and clubs and all that, you think you make money. You don't, not really,
Mhm.
unless you like
Mhm.
big time. Like if you like a name like, you know, in Miami, in Tice, or let's say, you know, you're in New York. What's his name? What's his name again? You can't come up here. What's his name again? Funk Master
Mhm.
Flex,
Oh yeah.
right?
Okay.
If
Okay.
you one of those kind of cats, you go to a club. Obviously, they're gonna pay you a few $1,000s. But if you're a regular
Right.
guy with no name, they're trying to give you a free bar tab or something like that to spin or whatever. They'll give you a little something like that. So private parties is where you really can make some money. Corporate events, that's where you really make money. Like, you
Mhm.
know, that's where it's at. But clubs you can, but it not most of the time you don't.
Wow. Wow. Okay. So the thing about it is this, now that we're here, there's COVID. I guess you're obviously not doing parties, you know. So
hmm
how is the DJ world at this point? Like, how are you guys dealing with
So
not having private parties?
a lot of people been doing lives, as have you seen people on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, all that. They've been going live a lot because you know they can't do events. Actually, you know what? The other day, recently, I seen some DJs start doing events. I guess someone did a wedding. You know, I guess they had to set it up
Mhm.
in a specific way and whatnot. So some of them are doing events, but because they have people, so they got the hookup. So they're like they'll do some events still, but for the most part, everybody's going live and doing like virtual type of events and whatnot. I mean, I did a post up the other day at the barbershop, whatever. It wasn't really no people there. I was just doing it just so I could take some promo shots and whatever. But in the beginning of the year, that's when I actually started doing like events at like clubs and stuff like that before COVID. GQ, as he mentioned it in the comment section over here. I did one downtown. GQ was there, Gary
Mhm.
was there, Ken was there.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, that was they all come through and checked me out, and I did an event called Headphone Fiesta. I don't know if you ever heard of the concept where you basically it's like a silent disco. So you have headphones on while you're inside of the club or whatever, and then they have channels so you can listen to three different types of music, for example, because we had three
Yes.
different DJ or two different DJs at the time. So one I was playing one type of music and then the other DJ was on the other side playing other types of music. So it was dope. It was lit.
That's cool. That's really,
Yeah.
really cool. I like that. I
So we
mean,
did a few events like that.
definitely when this whole COVID thing gets resolved, I mean, I'll definitely be willing to come down if you're playing, if I can, you know, because I've done it for other events. So why not? I could definitely do it for
Oh
you.
man.
Fill it up,
It,
you know. So
why the when I get that green light, I'm snapping.
I'm sure. So now, what would you say to other people who are looking to get into the DJ world? Like, how do they start? How do they get an opening? What should they
Well,
go
be-
do?
before you can do all that, you need to practice because technology has made it a lot easier to be a DJ.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Back in the day, it used to be vinyl records, right? And that's what when I first started to learn, it was vinyl records. Still going into the uh, built-in DVS stuff, where it's still vinyl records, but you have built-in DVS and you have a computer and a laptop and everything like that. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but once you learn from that, then you can use that. That's no problem. But a lot of DJs newer, they learn using just the electronic stuff now. So
Okay.
you know, a lot of them, you know, they assist you in certain situations when you're DJing. So a lot of them think they raw off rip because it's easy. You know what I mean? Well, not easy, but you know what I'm saying. It's easier
It's
to learn
easier.
now. Yeah, it's much easier to learn than back then. Back then it was harder, much harder. So you just gotta if you have nobody, if you don't know anybody, you just gonna have to post videos. Post videos of what you're doing, like on YouTube is great. Instagram been great because I've been the DJ for like 15 years or so, but
Mm-hmm.
I stopped for a long time. I was about to sell my shit, and I'm like, yo, it's dead. I'm done. You know what I'm saying? It's a wrap. I used to just do it for fun, make videos every once in a while for fun. They'd be like, oh shit, just pop up. But um, then last year, that's when I decided to get back into it because I got called up for a random event
Okay.
out of the blue, and they're like, "Yo, you still DJ?" I'm like, "Yeah, but you know, not really, but not really." You know what I'm saying? So they're like, "Yo, if you want to make a couple bucks, man, you can go and do a little something." I said, "Well, I mean, shit, make some money real quick. Shit, fuck you, me." So I said, "Yeah, deep Matt music, my dog." But
I see that.
yeah, he's a DJ as well
Okay. Welcome
in
aboard.
Miami.
Okay.
So I decided to get back into it after that. I said, because I snapped that night. I went to the crowd was lit, and I said, you know what? Nah, I'm smashing niggas across the head, man. I gotta get back in this shit, B. You know? So and it's been that. And I was posting videos, new videos every single day on Instagram, like every day, blowing up
That's
people's feeds. You know, it
wow.
takes a lot of time, and it's hard to make a new video because
Seems like it has slowed down. So let's just wait until he comes back. Yes.
I'm back.
It just scrolls. Yeah.
Okay, so
You're back. You're back.
yeah, I was posting videos every single day and whatnot, and it's kind of hard to do that. Like I didn't feel like doing none of that shit, and I was like, oh my god, certain days because I would come home from work and then set up the camera, boom, drop another
Mm-hmm.
video, right? And you know, I didn't drop the whole video. I dropped it like in like clips at first, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, I can drop 3, 4, 5, 7 different posts of different parts of my video. But then IGTV got a little bit more efficient, so I started just dropping them on IGTV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
IGTV, you could be on for an hour. So,
Uh,
that's pretty
well,
good.
well, it depends. It depends on your
Well, with
level or
music
whatever. I
may be a
think.
little bit different. Yeah.
Right.
With music it may be a little bit different.
If you're on live, you can put it on IGTV. But if you're just doing IGTV, I think the maximum is 15 minutes,
Oh,
which
okay.
is a lot when you're
Okay.
making a video.
Right.
But I was using that, and it was going good. I had my first account, I had almost 8,000, 9,000 followers, and it went from 1,500 to like 9,000 in like 6 months. So,
Whoa.
yeah, IG was hating, so I had to make a new account, and it wasn't getting any engagement. So I had to make this account,
Yeah.
and surprisingly enough, this account has about I think 1,600, almost
Okay.
1,700. It has more engagement than the one that had 8,000,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that's the name of the game. It's not really about followers; it's
Yeah.
about engagement. Ricky Valero on the
Exactly.
building.
Hi, Ricky. Thank you for being with us. Yeah, the engagement is more important when it comes to Instagram, live and stuff like that. And to even for your entire account, it's better than just having those numbers there and nobody to communicate with. It just does not make any
Right,
sense.
right. You know, most people they buy their followers anyway on Instagram. Most of them do. Believe me.
Oh yeah, a lot of them do. A lot of them really do.
Straight
And
pump
I
faking.
don't, I don't think it's worth it. To tell you the truth. Your
No,
account looks good, but at the same time, it's just trash because if you have like 20,000 followers, you have like maybe, 20 comments, maybe if that much. Sometimes it just doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be
no,
that way. It should be more.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So Instagram, they crack down on that stuff now. So they can tell when you're using a service or something like that, or you're buying followers
Hmm.
or
Hmm.
comments or likes.
Definitely. So now that you are back on the journey, DJing, and now you also on Rizzle. How have you tied in your Rizzle with your DJ and everything? Like, how has that worked for you?
So I'll tell you real quick how I ended up on Rizzle. And at that
Mhm.
time, it was Rumble. At that
Right.
time when I first started. So there was a YouTuber who hit me up, right?
Hmm.
He was like, "Yo, you know, man, you want to try to get your videos out there and make some change off your videos. Hop on Rumble." I said, "Shit, I'm fucking with it." I said, "I'll give it a shot. I'll see what's up with it." So I downloaded the app, right? Um, I opened it up. I'm like, man, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like I didn't like it. I was like, this shit is dumb. Like I didn't know how to post a video. I'm like, why is it not working? I think I was doing something wrong or something like that. But then I'm like, bro, So then I went back to the YouTuber. He used to be on Rizzle too. That person.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber. He's a pretty big YouTuber. I think he has like 100,000 subscribers or something like that.
Okay.
But he was. I was like, bro, I tried to post videos and the shit's not working. What kind of bullshit is this? You know, what you trying to what you trying to put me on right now? So then he was like, oh, you got to B-roll it, right? I'm like, because I
Okay.
already have videos. I'm like, I'm not going to try to set up the cameras just to post a DJ video on Rizzle for 1 minute
Okay.
when I have a whole bunch of videos in my catalog. You know what I'm saying? So I said I could just post them on there. And then he said, well, yeah, but you see, you got to talk first for 10 seconds or whatever he said. And then after that, you can post the B-roll and you can post 30 seconds of whatever that clip is. So I said, okay. All right. So then I started doing it like that. I'm like, okay, cool. I did it. And then, that was my first channel, just DJ stuff. That's it. I didn't do anything else. And then,
Uh-huh.
and I made another channel just to do random other stuff. So after that, then I was like, oh, okay, Rizzle straight, you know, not bad. And then next, you know, it started going. The rest is history after that. I mean, after that, I don't know. It wasn't growing that fast. And then one day it just went boom.
Yeah.
After like the second or third month, it went from like 50,000 to like 600,000 in a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. But the DJ stuff, I was posting a lot of like DJ clips and all that, and you know, and that's what I was kind of known for at that time. Then all the other channels came way after, you know, and then Moment of Clarity came up and all that other shit. I started coming up with other ideas, and then that to this day that'd be people's favorite channel. And I'm like, well, that was not the intention, but it is.
I was just about to ask you about Moment of Clarity. Moment of Clarity is a very popular channel, and you're very well known for it too. You know, so what inspired you to start Moment of Clarity?
Because I used to put quotes on my general channel or whatever, and then I'm like, you know what? Let me just kind of make categories for different things. So I have just specific things for this, and then I was like, this is going to be a more serious channel. It's not going to be me talking some funny shit or whatever, you know. So and then that's what happened. I just said I'm going to start doing that. And in the beginning, I was making quotes off the top of the dome, like things that I've experienced or whatever, and I just boom.
Yeah.
And I just said,
Yeah.
if I thought of it, I said, let me post them so I don't forget. And that's how I did it.
GQ said that's when our brotherhood solidified, when you started Moment of Clarity.
Yeah. Yeah. And, you know, and plus another thing that helped is the RWF stuff, where it's like, you know, like WWF, like wrestling. But
Yes.
what Colt Sebastian Taylor did a RWF. So we would do wrestling promos and talk shit to each other, right?
Okay.
Well, he's gonna bring it back soon, but it was fun. Like we would just, you know, do all kind of promos. We actually met up and did a promo, like back and forth, like using each other's account and shit. Shit was lit.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't fucking with us. It wasn't fucking with us. Elena Rivers, what's happening? What's happening?
Oh, Shamoon is in the house. Thank you for
I know.
coming.
Oh, Sham been in the house. Sham, you got. I was supposed to do a live with Sham, but his time zone is way off from mine. Like by the time I get home, it's late for him.
Jasim, hello. Thank you for
Montreal
coming.
Seahawk. Everybody
Yes.
doing good over here.
That's his line.
Hey, Montreal Seahawk, that boy don't play, man. He be posting videos, man. Like,
Yes, he's
I gotta give it to him. It's hard to do that every day, and
it is hard.
put something of substance, you know, because some people be posting some videos, and I ain't gonna say no, you know, they be posting some bullshit, but you know, hey, listen, it's easy to post 100 videos of bullshit, you know, it really is.
Yeah.
But
I believe quality is better than quantity for sure. You know,
right,
and
but
I'd rather be known for quality. I definitely
right.
rather be known for quality.
See, so I ran a test one day, right? Because on average, I was posting 50 videos a day, which was with original and responses, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I said, you know what? I'm gonna test it. I'm gonna do 100 to see. The number of views was not much different.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It was not that much different. I was like, maybe I got maybe like 10 to 20,000 more. Was it really worth it to
Yeah.
do 50 more videos? Hell no. Then what?
And after that, you're all exhausted, like mentally done.
Okay, if you do responses, that's one thing. But if you're trying to
Yeah,
just make up prompts off the top of your head because you just want to make your video quota, that's when it's just,
yeah,
you know,
it gets a little crazy. It definitely gets a little crazy. So
absolutely.
so my another thing I wanted to say. Oh, by the way, you were actually the second person I noticed on Rizzle, and I was just like, huh, I want to like get to know him. I want to know what he wrote about for some reason. Like out of the top people, and I was like, he's pretty cool because you know what? You were constantly putting out videos
Banging
every
them
day,
shits out. Banging them
every
shits out.
day. And I remember that first time, like I put out like when I started my Affirm Thyself channel, which was inspiration quotes and motivation, and you responded to one of them, and I was just like, okay.
But see, you see, so
Unexpected.
here's the misconception. People think just because they see the number, they're like
Yeah.
like I'm too good to respond to people. I respond to people unless you talking some really dumb ass shit or taking a picture of a video of your TV or something, or just looking at me like this with nothing to say. Then I'll respond for the most part. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
you
What
know,
I
so
remembered from what you said to me was like that was a really nice quote. That was a really good prompt. Very good job. And I was just like, uh, okay, thanks.
like before I started looking for the pictures and stuff like that for quotes, I used to come up with them like I just be
Yeah.
like, boom, oh, I just thought of one, post it right now so I don't forget it. Sometimes I used to forget some good ones too, some bangers. I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I forgot them. But then something reminded me of it. But you know, that came and I was like, yo, that channel, I don't know. And in sports, my sports channel, that took off too because I used to do a lot of like comparisons and top 10 lists and stuff like that. And then, well, now the DJ Mix channel because of Drop the Mic challenge, that shit took off.
Yes, let's talk about drop the mic challenge. I mean, it's at a point where I believe everybody is participating in it. I know you guys still try to recruit me and I haven't done anything yet. I'm coming, don't worry. You
Tighten
know,
up.
but Miss Zioness is kicking it hard on there these days.
What?
You
She
know, we have
she
Anastasia
brought that
kicking
reggae flow the other day,
what's
you
her
know?
name? You know, it's just like, oh my goodness, everybody's dropping the mic now. You know, everybody's literally dropping a mic, and it's amazing. GQ, I didn't see GQ drop the mic yet. Maybe he has. I didn't catch him.
Nah, he did. He did when he was listening to my AWSM radio mix, which is Friday, by the way.
Yes,
But we'll get to
tomorrow.
that.
Tomorrow.
We will get to that.
What is
But
GQ saying here? God knows Ricky is the president. I'm just, what does he say? What does it
the
say?
RWF champion, like Colt really made a championship belt, and he sent it
Yeah.
to GQ, like just like the WWE, like wrestling. He actually made the championship belt.
Oh, that's nice. That's really sweet.
Yeah. So you know, I was gonna say something, but other than that, that's how I respond to people, and that's what really, at the end of the day, that's how your number really go up.
The connecting, yes.
Right. Unless you're one of those, unless you're a transplant from another app, right? And then you just come and drop 10 videos and you get 500,000 views off of 10 videos and you be like, all right, I'm straight.
Mhm.
Like Athletic Alchemy or somebody like that. Yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, though. You're absolutely right. What is Sham
Uh,
is saying something. Me and DC were supposed to do more with Sports Mania, but haven't been active enough. Well, come back, Sham.
Sham was
Come
great.
back.
Like I found Sham on Rizzle. Um, he was talking about Kobe Bryant, and I
Okay.
responded to Kobe Bryant, and then that's how we got to connecting, and then we just started talking back and forth, and then it was good, and then Sham started going on fire, and then then he got bougie and went to YouTube and then Instagram. His Instagram he grew that. I got to give it to him. But Yeah, he's great. He's great. He got a lot of good content. Yeah, I got to check him out on his YouTube and on his Instagram. You know, he does a lot of stuff with with what is it, DC and the Marvel and all that type of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah, he's great.
basically, if people were wanting to book you, where would they find you from? Like, where would they go and book you?
Everywhere. You can find me anywhere. I got all my contact information. I put my email. I used to put my phone number, but nah, never again.
Okay. So it's
I'm not.
your email is actually connected to your Instagram.
Yes,
Okay. All
you
right.
should. It should be able to. I have to check it again just to make sure. But yes, I'm considering putting my phone number back up on there. But people used to be, yeah, on
Mhm.
bugging, just hitting me up about some nonsense. Hey, bro, you gonna listen to my new mixtape?
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Let me see if anybody has any questions for the time being for you or
What
saying
are your
anything.
thoughts? Where's Patrick Mahomes? What do you mean,
Oh,
where
you want to know
Patrick
your thoughts
Mahomes?
at the end?
The NBA bubble is actually more entertaining than I thought it would be, even though it doesn't have any fans. I think they can use some of that stuff that they're doing from the NBA bubble and incorporate it into the NBA when everything goes back to normal. To be honest with you, you know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So it's going good. I mean, it seems like the players are getting back into the rhythm. It's competitive. Well, even though the Lakers fell laid down last night to OKC, Chris Paul was looking like Michael Jordan yesterday. But that was wild. They got blown out and they deserved it. Fans
So we
shoes
have
are
a
so fun.
comment here we have a question here from Jasim. How long are stoplights in Florida?
Oh, I
Basically,
seen that one earlier. I don't know, 20, 25, 30 seconds. It depends on what intersection you're at, I guess. Yeah, I heard that Montreal, J. Cole, Sham was telling me about that. He might try to play in the NBA. Well, GQ. Oh, by the way, GQ coming out with a new album soon, y'all. So y'all better, you know,
really? Wow, that's
yeah.
definitely something we're gonna talk about on his time when we do interview him for sure.
Oh
We're gonna
yeah.
have to talk about that. Jasim wants to know,
Shape
is Florida crazy?
is Florida crazy?
Yeah, that's his question.
Florida's always fucked up. Nah, Florida's all right.
And
I mean, it's been okay. I mean, I know they were doing the curfew thing to try to curb uh, the COVID cases and whatnot, but I mean, it's just pretty much the same thing. We're still on stage one. I mean, everything is except essential stuff is pretty much it's the same thing like it's been for the past few months. I know they tried to open up bars and all that. Everybody went crazy, and then they shut everything right back down.
yeah, people lost it. And Sham is asking, what was your favorite moment on Rizzle? If you could remember your favorite moment on Rizzle.
Uh oh, one time we did some impersonations, yo. Oh my god. Oh, that shit was funny. We did some impersonations of people, yo.
Yeah, you could do
Cousin
some.
Dave jumped in,
Yeah.
Anastasia jumped in, GQ jumped in, Sham jumped in. It was fun. It was funny. Good shit.
Wow. Okay. That's good.
Um,
That's good.
where's the best
What else?
DJ gig? Oh, uh, at American Social Los Olas, downtown Fort Lauderdale, Super Bowl weekend. That event was lit. We had
Las
that bitch
Olas?
packed like, yeah, down there, downtown Fort Lauderdale. We
Mm-hmm.
had that bitch packed like fucking sardines in a can. That's
Wow.
that's before COVID. It was rocking like a crack house. I swear.
Ken says you need a logo and then sell some merch.
Yeah, I gotta make some money first. That's a good idea, Ken.
Actually, those will bring you money, so that's a good idea. Something to implement additional to your DJing, especially now when
I'm,
it's kind of like down. So that's something
I'm
to look
working on
into.
a logo though. for sure. Merch, I don't. We'll see. But a logo, yes. A new. I used to have a logo, but I'm working on a new one.
Okay.
I have my designer working on that for me.
Awesome. Awesome. So now let's talk about the radio show,
Mm-hmm.
AWSM. You started just last Friday on your first
Last Friday.
episode. So let us
Yes.
know how did you get to make that happen, and how is it going so far?
Well, it's only been 1 week, but the first week the reception was pretty good. I can't complain.
Mhm.
Everybody seemed to be fucking with it, and it was great. Well, I got hit up by y'all know Rocks, right?
Yes.
On she DM'd me. She asked me like, "Yo, do you do like live like Instagram live events or stuff like that, or do any live streaming?" I said, "Yeah." I did one. I don't know if y'all remember back in June with a DJ from
Hmm.
Brazil. I linked up with her in Brazil, and she's like, "Yo, I want you to be on my show." But I actually set up a video camera so I can be live and everybody can actually see me for that
Okay.
event. And I did an hour set for that, and it was good. It was fun. And then I went on
Mhm.
Instagram, did another hour or whatever, just for the people then. Um, but yeah, she said, "Yo, I think you'd be a perfect fit for what I'm trying to do. So what's up?" I'm like, "Okay, yeah." And I thought about it for a few days, and everything like that. And she's like, "You got some creative control. It's not like you have to play hip hop or whatever. You can play whatever you want." I said, "Oh,
Mhm.
that's even better. That's even better." So I said, "You know what?" I said, "Fuck it. Why not?" You know what I'm saying? So that's how that happened. It was pretty simple. I mean, it wasn't too much of a conversation. She just said, "Hey, you could be on the radio show every week, 9 p.m." I'm like, "Okay,
Awesome.
that's cool. That's a
That's
good
really
opportunity to get it out there."
good. So you're on the radio every week, every Friday, and that's 9 p.m. Is that correct?
9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
So guys, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Download the app if you haven't done it yet. AWSM Radio. Get the app so that you can listen to DC tomorrow and every Friday following 9 p.m. EST. Justine
Yep.
says something really interesting here. We need to make DC a Pinterest page. Do you have a Pinterest page?
Yeah, I made one. I don't know
You don't know how to work
what
it. I have a
what is the
Pinterest.
what is the purpose of Pinterest?
Pinterest, basically, you could post on there. And when you do post on there, it's
Uh huh.
like to create a whole collage of the things that you actually post. Basically, if you're whatever you put on YouTube, you could actually take a picture and put it on there when you transfer it over, stuff like that.
Right.
Your
Right.
Instagram and everything else. So
Bet.
it's like a whole collage of your entire post, and people can go and see what you're doing. What you're all about. It's information page basically.
Rance Turner. Peace. Peace.
Hey, Turner, thank you for coming in.
You got to put the bass on your voice. Peace.
Please, yes, that's for sure. Yeah, so Pinterest page would be interesting for you to have for sure.
I made
Um,
one. I did make one, so I think I still got it. I think.
yeah, you gotta start posting on there. You gotta start posting on there, and
Uh,
make your presence known on Pinterest as well. The whole idea, guys, is actually we need to think of ourselves as social media influencers because basically we are. Some of us started maybe on Rizzle because that's where we have most people on our Rizzle. But at the same time, as a social media influencer, you should think about having your presence on other social media platforms so you could be well rounded. So having a Pinterest page, Instagram page, being on YouTube, being consistent, being on Rizzle, I think it's ideal. And then you can start
see,
marketing yourself in those particular ways and say that, what, people are following me. And
right
you know,
now, YouTube pisses me the fuck off. So that's why I don't really fuck with YouTube like that, because I was in the beginning. I used to post stuff and I used to get a okay, I guess, amount of views. Like I had that YouTube account since I don't know, since the beginning of time, like at least 07, 08, I think. But like YouTube with the copyright stuff and certain things I post, it used to give me too many issues. So that's why I don't use it like that anymore. I post every once in a while, but TikTok though. I mean, hey, I did that little Miami swag. That it did good on TikTok.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I guess they like to see your boy move. Billie Jean, Billie Jean. Uh, uh,
But one thing about
you,
YouTube that I've learned from being on there is that you got to get your SEO right. You have to write stuff and you got to use your tags. You got to do research on your tags. The best thing for you to do is to research on like words, keywords on YouTube by itself. And if it comes up in the findings, then that should be part of your title. And that should also be part of your description. And in your YouTube description for your channel, you guys need to utilize those keywords that you do find in the searches in your description. That's how your channel is actually being found.
right.
So,
Got
um,
like Instagram.
my channel,
Same.
exactly. So my channel pretty much slightly skyrocketed, I would say, once I got the SEO part correct, and
Mm,
it's moving. I just gotta post more on there, and then just keep doing what I do, and then it's gonna be okay. But that's really the whole thing about YouTube. Like you just can't have like a one liner. It has to make sense, and it has to be like kind of like YouTube ready, because it has to be
hmm.
searchable on YouTube. And once it's searchable on YouTube, use it as your title, straight up. Just the way that you
Right.
typed it, and that's it.
Right. See, YouTube in the beginning, it used to be easy to grow on YouTube back in the day. Like you could just
Mm-hmm.
drop videos and then it'll just like Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
IG back in the day, easy. Now, damn near impossible to grow on Instagram. Well, at a rapid rate,
Unless you're really doing something.
unless you got some really good, because pictures do really good on Instagram.
They do.
Probably,
They do.
probably better than videos. And then you got, some nice quote like "me against the world" or some fuck shit like that. All
Yeah.
that stuff really works. The hashtags are important too. Like if you're using the same hashtags, the engagement is going to start to go down. So I have to that's what makes it hard using those hashtags and trying to figure out which ones work best. And I've been working it. I mean, my IG straight. It's straight, not bad. I mean, of course, I could get more engagement out of 1600. That'd be perfect, but
That's
you
true.
know,
And the thing about it is not to bombard your social media, especially Instagram, and to don't bombard them with hashtags or don't bombard them with tags. Like use specific tags for what you're talking about, but don't have unrelated tags to the topic lines because they don't like
right?
that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like violating the whole
Yeah.
hashtag. They don't like that stuff. Justine says, Martine, I still tag you. As a matter of fact, you don't really need to do that though, because there's a program, there's a like a software called TubeBuddy that you just connect to, which is connected to YouTube,
That's for me.
and it actually tell you the
Yeah,
correct
that's for
tag
me.
to use, and stuff. So for your specific topic, so you could actually do that. You can actually see with TubeBuddy, you can actually see other channels, what tags that they're using, especially like
Mm-hmm.
top channels. And if it's related to your topic, then you can actually use those same tags that they're using. Like you just have to mimic to see what the person is using and doing, and then you get paid.
and
TubeBuddy
and
is
also you got to use the some ones that are not as uh what's the word I'm looking for, like that don't have that many hits to, you want to use some that are moderate, some are really popular, and then some that are not that popular at all. You want to use a little bit of everything. You don't want to use all of them that have like 6 million people use that tag today. You want to use some of that, maybe like 100,000, and then maybe some that have like maybe 10, 15,000 or something like that, so you can, because you're more likely to hit the top spots on those than one that has 6 million, unless you Drake
absolutely,
or LeBron James or some shit. But
absolutely, or else you'll just be clogging the whole search engine, and they won't find you. Like your video.
right.
Justin saying something else here. The only way to, I guess, scale on YouTube is to hop on an early trend, become a market leader, and on if and ride the wave. Well, that goes with any. any place, but I mean, you can still make it there on YouTube. We just have to know the formula, which we're pretty much getting there. You know, it's just a
Right.
matter of really putting in the work. I mean, being on YouTube takes more work than being on Rizzle. Y'all know that because there's really nothing for you to do on Rizzle. Just do a video and drop it. That's all you guys do on Rizzle. Now you can use the hashtags and everything else, but you know what? A lot of behind the scenes work is done for you for Rizzle. Whereas YouTube, we have to know the behind the scenes work for our channel, know what our niche
Your
is, know what
your mic's a
has
little
what you.
off. Your mic's a little
Oh, my
off.
mic. I don't know what's going on here.
There you go. There you go. You sounding good now. It was like you sound
Yeah.
like a robot or like a little bit earlier. I was like,
So, you know, that's really what it is. I mean, you just got to put in more work for YouTube, but I think everybody could make it, you know. Sham says,
right,
I joined YouTube in 2010, didn't post anything like I was now. I wish I did because I know I would have been one of the first people to do reaction videos. Yeah, I mean, honestly, the whole thing about YouTube, you got to be consistent. Like, I know a few people who make, they're full-time YouTubers. That's their bread. That's how they make their money. That's their living.
right. I
Only
know a
thing they
few,
do is drop videos, and they make a very good living. They really
but
do make a very good.
but it's a lot of work though. They put some work into
It
those
is a
videos
lot
or
of
like
work.
skits and stuff like that. That
Yeah,
you got to spend hours doing that.
yeah.
You know, maybe
But
days.
yes, but the people I know too, I mean, one girl I know, she took communications in school. You know, she has a degree in communication. So her heart is into making videos. She's into all that stuff, and she could stay her whole day. Like she could stay home and just drop like 10 videos, you know, in a day, and she's happy, you know, and that's just what she does. And she's very successful. I mean, she's like six figures doing her thing, you know, but it takes something. It takes something,
Right,
you know.
right,
But the other thing that we could do too with YouTube now is that we could easily go live at the same time on YouTube. And that helps you record a lot easier, just in case you have editing issues or whatever. Um, and take it from there, you know. But another thing that I learned fairly recently, I was speaking to an experienced YouTuber. They said that my videos were pretty short. You know, they were informational videos for my channel, but they were pretty short. So they said to me, do some long videos. So I ended up having an introduction video on there. It was about 30 minutes. And that got my channel to just jump in views and also start jumping in subscribers. So if you make your videos a little bit longer, at least 30 minutes, the possibility is that you're going to capture people that's going to stay on, and you're going to create your watch time. Okay, because they're going to stay on to watch because it's 30 minutes. It's not like only a few minutes, right? So that creates a great jump for you for your channel.
right. You know, just like any social media platform, right? You
Mm-hmm.
just gotta know. You gotta learn how to work it. See, Rizzle in it's in the beginning stages, so you can grow fairly easily if if you posting something decent. But there'll
Mm-hmm.
be a time if it does get big, there'll be a time it'll be just like the rest of these, because then you have corporate sponsors, and then there's certain things you won't be able to do anymore, and you know things you won't be able to say anymore, because now you got big bucks back, and you're like, hey, I want this. It got to be refined and clean. Well, not that Instagram is all that clean anyway, but you know what I'm saying. You can
Yeah.
curse and stuff like that, but you know there's certain things you won't be able to do, like how you can do on Rizzle. Like so there's stuff you probably post on Rizzle that you probably won't post on Instagram, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's
You know what
true.
I'm saying? So
That's true.
you know what I'm saying? So, but you know, Rizzle's cool, and is you can still. I've used it to grow my Instagram, and it helps. I got mad
Absolutely.
followers off that. I mean, should be
I
more.
mean, the thing about Rizzle is that it's actually a traffic source type of platform. You know, we
Yeah.
get incredible traffic. So the thing about it is to find a way to have that traffic cross over to the other social media platforms. And I think
Right.
right now we're at a point where it's actually happening because we're creating a lot of different activities with the groups that came out, with the Twitter storm that came out. Now I do the lives on a weekly basis. So I think that is bringing a lot of Rizzle members out to a lot of the Instagram pages and moving them other places too, like the Facebook and all that, because we're connecting in a better way.
Right. I agree. It's
You
just
know,
doing really good. Tweet Storm's helping. Hey, look, you bringing old content creators from Rizzle back from the dead. They say, "Oh shit, motherfucker, we coming back." Hold up.
yes,
I,
I saw Gary come back. Jehara is back.
yeah,
You know,
Jara, that's my dog right there.
yeah. I was like, wow.
Yeah, and they were like, JR was like on there like in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
Yeah.
wasn't even as fancy as it was back then. There was not that many people, so they were in there in the beginning, and you know it has grown a lot since then. I mean, I've been on since December? Yeah, beginning of December
Okay.
at 31 mil, 154K.
And you hit a milestone today.
Yeah, 31 million.
Wow. I mean,
You know,
honestly, 3 million. So the only thing we got to say is this: one, Rizzle gets funding because that's the aim. Once Rizzle gets funding, all of you guys, as I said before, claim your positions, okay? Because
that's what I was telling people complain that I ain't getting that little sponsor money. I ain't get that sponsor money either for a minute, right? But
exactly.
but I'm like, hold on, don't quit. Some people are like, oh, I'm gonna quit. I'm like, bruh, chill, stand by, take a deep
Yeah.
breath, get you some water, relax. Don't leave because of that. Ain't like it was paying your bills anyway.
Exactly. Exactly. You
Okay,
were not
now
paying
now
bills with
I mean, if you could pay some bills with it, okay, then you have a more of a legitimate gripe
it.
and complain, like, okay, hey, listen, you fucking with my bill money, I was paying rent and things like that, then that's a different story. If you was getting YouTube type money, and I'm like, okay,
It's a whole
okay, we
thing.
got
It's a whole
problems.
thing. It's a whole thing.
But
But like I was saying before, claim your positions, people. You guys are already in position. You guys are getting the views. You guys are getting the followers. And then plus, there's some days, it depends how you feel. Some days, if you want to drop out like a whole bunch of videos, drop them. Some days you want to drop less, and take breaks in between, but always come back because that's your position. Because let me tell you, once it turns out to be the other way around, everything gets nice. I mean, you're going to be nice right there at the top. You're already at the top. So why mess
listen,
it up?
people scared, worried about TikTok right now. I mean,
No?
even though Facebook's like, hey, come over here, hop on Instagram. We got that money. We got money. We got
Exactly.
deep pockets.
Yeah.
And TikTok's trying to battle, even though they didn't get banned, Trump ended up not doing it.
Yeah.
They're still,
Oh,
people still gonna be scary. They're gonna be scary as fuck. They're still gonna be like, oh man, TikTok giving them my private information, all this nonsense. So they still might say, I'm gonna hop back on Instagram like I used to do back in the day. Or maybe they might stumble on, the Rizzle app or something like that. You know what I mean? So I don't care
so
about TikTok to be honest. So it's whatever. It's okay to me. I
I,
don't really
I
like it that
never
much.
I never got on, so beats me.
I got a couple videos that went off on there, but it's still not. It ain't it. It's not my flow.
So Jasim has a question here.
Yeah,
What's
you're
your
right.
niche?
TikTok ain't going nowhere.
Jasim wants
Go
to
ahead.
know what's your niche. I'm asking everyone. He wants to know what your niche is.
Talk the shit. No,
That's
just
the
kidding.
best niche ever.
Hey, that never goes out of style. No, just because it's like vlog style. You just coming up with random stuff. Just music is my niche. Obviously, that's my niche.
Yeah.
Really, for real, for real. But sometimes I throw them off. I post a little something in between, like a dance video that did great. When I did the Tusi slide, that's my best uh my highest view video on Instagram right now. Tusi slide,
Mhm.
stupid ass Tusi slide.
I like it. I really do.
Like the dumbest video be going off, and I'm like, you trying to put work into a video? You think
Yeah.
it's gonna pop, and then you're like,
I mean, one thing I noticed also is that I've gotten a lot more views on some responses as opposed to the actual video that I created. And I was just like, how
yep.
is that so? And it happened quick. And I was like, all right. That part
It,
I don't understand at all.
I guess when once you respond, I guess and they see the prompt going off a little bit, people start responding. I guess it sheds more light on the actual prompt, and then they see your response, and they're like, oh, they might not go back to the original prompt. They'll just go straight to that response that you made on the prompt or whatever.
I don't know, but I just saw that was like really weird and everything. And it really jumped like 1,000 views or something. And I was just like, oh,
Like
okay.
like I got a video. It was talking about is it disrespectful to to tell skinny people that they need to eat more, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I said some shit like some real. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, look, some dumb shit. That shit got 25,000 views. like like and some videos I'll be like putting some thought into it. They try me with that 986. Like
Uh-huh.
986.
Yeah.
It depends, but some videos take longer. Like I had a video, it had like 20, like for like a week. I guess people didn't see it, and the next a month later I looked at it, it had like 13,000. So it
Yeah.
depends. I
Like
don't
people
think some
say,
of the videos are getting seen right away. I don't know.
no, not really. Now I realize that my videos are being seen a lot faster. And the channel that I created for you guys, the Rizzle support channel, it's just like the views are just jumping, on there. And even the likes are jumping on there. So I guess they like the fact that I'm interviewing you guys. So just want to let y'all know.
Hey, get it, get it. My channel is what? No,
Haroon
I'm
said,
not talking about hot takes on YouTube.
but he also said something else. He said that he sees you doing comedy on YouTube. Like that's something that
Oh
you look
man,
to.
like I've been thinking about doing some like skits. You know how like all those people do
I
skits
think
like
you should. I think
Queen's
you
Flip
really
and all them.
should.
Oh man, oh they
And
ain't
I
trying to.
and I really feel
I'll
that
kill them.
I really feel that your YouTube channel will take off with that, DC. I'm really
Oh,
serious
I'll
about it.
kill them. I'll kill them. Like
So
I
you need
have
to
some
do
people,
that.
but see, it take commitment on more than just me. It take more than one person to do that. You need a team for that.
Yeah, but you could also do impersonations.
I could.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna get blocked, so I ain't gonna do that. People gonna get mad at me. People get mad at me. Like
Hey, you can do
I
it for
don't
fun.
sound like that. I don't sound like that.
I'm not even gonna comment on that one.
Like hey, you know how many people did impersonations of me? Oh man. Like you know Ed, right? Ed did a good one. He
Really?
had me rolling on the ground. I fell off my bed.
Oh my
Ed, Ed,
God.
Ed did a real good one. You know, I have a couple ideas. A podcast like actual video podcast, not just audio, where you actually set up, mics and everything like that. But there's things I want to do, but you gotta have a team for that. But yes, the comedy you can start it off by yourself, and then oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh man, I'll bust some heads on that. Oh, I'm a sick motherfucker, so
I see you doing a podcast also. I see you doing a podcast, live podcast. Actually, last night I was watching Mitch, his wife, and they had another person. I can't remember the name, but they did their podcast yesterday live on Instagram, and it was hilarious. Like I could see you doing something similar for sure.
yeah, that's the skits. Those are fun. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
those are fun. Like that type of stuff, funny stuff like that. I could do that for sure. Like, but the music thing is what I'm trying to push. But if I might
Mm-hmm.
do that. I thought about creating a new YouTube channel just to start fresh with something, but I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what exactly I want to do with it just yet. But yeah, that's one of the ideas right there is to start doing some comedy type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And you could also play
uh,
music on the podcast too, right?
sure.
You won't have an issue with it. So that's definitely something that you should look into and try to
Does the
promote.
guy over there have a
Does the guy
girlfriend?
over there have a girlfriend? I guess that's somebody who knows you, that's messing around with you.
I don't know who that is. Ain't got no picture. Ain't no picture, Bill. Who's that?
I don't know. Soraya, maybe one of the Rizzle people.
Maybe.
I think they're messing with you.
Well, we moving on to the next one. I don't know who that is. I have to look at that profile, see who I'm talking to right now. You know, but
Well, you only have